All right, very pleasantly surprised to come home from work and see that the new chapter of One Piece is out somewhat early. I'm very happy, but at the same time, I need the Loki flashback. You didn't give me the Loki flashback this arc, but it's okay because I don't think there's a break next week. So maybe once all the fighting starts and it's at the peak and we're all anxious to see who wins and how they fight and yada yada, then we'll get the Loki flashback. So it's fine. But we start off this chapter with Franky and Ripley exploring or being presented to a building that we come to find out through Lilith is estimated to be about 3,000 years old. And quite honestly, it looks to me like a giant's carrot or radish that was also turned into a building, and I'm not ruling out it being designed by the minks that were giant form 3,000 years ago. But it has these, Frankie says it looks very like scientific factory vibes and probably like futuristic technology. I say that if Oda wants to add up some horror elements to it, those structures along the side of it could very easily look like eyeballs, and if he wants like them to open their eyes and the rocks to crack and it be an eyeball of some creature staring at us, nightmare fuel. That is quite honestly my greatest nightmare, and I didn't even know about it until just now. More likely theories, I'm going with a couple different options. If we're going with the theory that the apocalypse have basically happened twice and the world had to restart, main thought is if it was still by water and or lava or both, then this could have been, the area could have been flooded and something that maybe coming at events could have risen up and solidified, and when the water drained, you're left with this structure behind because it was floating at one point in time within the water, hardened, and now it's keeping that structure. Not really sure if magma would cool that way. I don't know if maybe they were making bubbles similar to the ones on Sabati and they crystallized hardened stone around it. If you hear noise, the cat is trying to eat plastic on the floor. We're currently painting, so plastic everywhere. I'm also trying to decide, so Lilith and Bonnie, when exploring, got lost, pulled a Zoro, and ended up at this factory facility place, and are up in one of the windows. And they definitely look small, but the buildings themselves, I know the perspectives isn't the greatest, but it doesn't look giant-sized to me. Maybe it is. But do we think this was made by giants for giants, or does it look too small to be for giants? I'm leaning towards it's a little bit on the small side. Lilith is talking about how she's going to move in, this will be her laboratory, she's going to end up getting lost and someone's going to have to find her again, and then all of a sudden Bonnie screams. Thunder, lightning cloud in the distance, not really far in the distance because it attacks Franky and Ripley. He's freaking out, he's like, ha, hellbath full of strange creatures. Ripley's like, yeah, this ain't one of ours, don't know what's going on. I think they piece together as devil fruit really quickly, but besides the point. So cut away from them to the giants fighting the Drar, or whatever, how you pronounce that, giant skeleton zombie. They're freaking out, like, what kind of monster brought this to life? Brooke is just like being like, hey, it's my final form, a giant skeleton. He's back to normal, he's no longer drunk. The Straw Hats are offering to help Jinbei, who realizes, hey, strange things in the world, likely a devil fruit. Brooke, Nami are all saying, we want to fight. Even Usopp quietly says, yeah, we want to help fight. And I love that, but also that the giants are just like, no, you're our guest. We will get you to safety and we will deal with these monsters that have appeared. And I'm happy for that. I was a little bit concerned that maybe they might turn on the Straw Hats, being like, we let you outsiders in, you brought us nothing but trouble kind of thing. But no, they're very much, we will protect you as well, get you to safety, despite that not being what they wanted. Cullen also shows up, so he's like, I'm Gaban's son, I want to fight. And everyone's just like, yeah, you're not Gaban though, you're a child, get to safety. Nami then takes Drawl aside and is just like, by the way, some stuff happened at the castle. We found these two guards, definitely not there to steal treasure or steal a key. I'm assuming she didn't mention anything but the key or Loki or Luffy and Zoro and the robbing of the treasury. But it's like, yeah, we were exploring the castle, you know, your sacred site, no big deal. And the guards who were knocked unconscious said that someone who resembles Shanks was there. So we have some other intruders. And one of the Straw Hats say, best to assume it's more than two, given all the craziness that's going on. This could be multiple devil fruit. So they're on the lookout there. And then the Straw Hats are like, listen, they're dealing with giant-sized problems, the monsters. We can deal with human-sized problems, so that would be the intruders. So they, along with Cullen, go off to try to find the intruders, and Cullen is playing captain, and it's adorable. Nami is out for blood because anyone who could harm children in this way, yeah, on her list. So love that for her, very much in character. Who do we cut to next? Right, it's Gunko. Now, side note, if Gunko was using her arrow power, like, to control the movement of, I'm assuming that's what she does, on Zoro, would it work on him, or would, if she said go right, would he go left? I feel like Zoro would be immune to her powers. But I also have a more interesting theory about her. So she's listening to music. Summers, or St. Summers, says this is one of her rituals, which she says no, it's just a hobby. But she's listening to music, and immediately I'm thinking of Shanks's adopted daughter, Uta. I never did learn how to say her name, but she has the two different colored hair, the red and the white, and Gunko has two different colored eyes. And they both like music. Could they be a relation of some sort? Sister, cousin, aunt? I don't know. I'm going with older sister. Maybe twin sister. I don't think it's twin. Fraternal twin. Who knows? But I would love for there to be a second connection with Shanks, but I would also feel that's a little forced. Shanks adopted a daughter, and Shanks's evil twin is partners with a relative of said daughter. Little forced. I do like parallels, though. Wouldn't complain. But she's also wearing headphones with TD on it, and for the life of me, it's late at night, okay? I don't know what that stands for, so please someone tell me. And what then? Right, so St. Summers is called it a ritual. She says it's a hobby, good to have hobbies. He asks her favorite song. She says New World. And he calls her out saying, what, does that imply you don't like the old one? And I'm wondering if people were right into thinking she's like either a double agent, or she'll switch sides, switch on the world government to join our side. I can see it. I wasn't a big fan of that idea before, but I can see her either switching sides or already being on our side, double agent kind of thing, and I do like that. I do think she probably came from a background separate than, like, the Celestial Dragons. Like, she doesn't have Saint in her name that I'm aware of, and she might have more values in, like, the common folks and maybe the lower realms from the Celestial Dragons view. I'm getting more and more interested in her every single chapter. Cut to Saul, who is getting two shields to stop the children from walking into fire. So his plan is to stop them. If he can't touch them, maybe the shields will protect him from the thorns. So he stops the first one, and that's all good. But she stopped moving, which means the other one walked into her. The thorns go out of both of them, and they both get stabbed along with the next one that hits them in the neck. So that doesn't work. He goes to the end of the line of children and lassos the last children back, pulls him. Thorns come out, but no one runs into him, so that's fine. But, like, okay, can I do this for every single one? I'm like, hey, maybe if Robin uses her hands, I know the thorns would grab her and that would hurt, but maybe she'd, like, grab their ankles with the thorns. Would the thorns target, or do they just pop out everywhere? Unclear. But then Monster attacks, so they're in danger. Cut to the giant pirates or the giants in general, who took down the giant monster zombie skeleton, only for a ghost and a snake shooting lightning to attack them. So they're having a terrible time, but thank God, in a glorious, glorious moment, Bragi and Dory both arrive in that signature pose. Granted, they just came from the bathroom and threw up all their alcohol, but still, I love their combo attacks so, so, so much. So they blast the giant lightning-breathing snake, and then the crew comes up, giant ship. It is the original giant pirate warrior giant pirates, whatever their name is. Gaban is with them. I'm happy he's going to be here protecting their home. I'm so, so, so excited for the next chapter, but I did not get the Loki flashback, and I need it. I need it so bad. So it is late at night. I had a long day at work and I have to go, but I need no break. I don't think there's a break next week, so more to come, more to come. I need the Loki flashback. All right, that's all I got. Talk to you later.